Did you know that right now, as you're watching this video, nearly 1 in 3 people over 50 has some form of liver damage, and most of them have absolutely no idea? Here's what's even more shocking. The foods you think are healthy, the ones you eat every single day, could be silently destroying your liver as we speak, and by the time symptoms show up, the damage might already be severe. Today I'm going to reveal the 7 most dangerous foods for your liver after age 50. Some of these will surprise you. Some might even be in your kitchen right now. But here's the good news. Once you know what they are, you can protect yourself starting today. Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Carter, and welcome to Seniors Life Health, the channel dedicated to helping you live longer, stronger, and healthier after 50. If you're new here, we break down complicated health topics into simple, practical advice you can use right away. In today's video, we're talking about your liver, one of the most hard-working organs in your body, and frankly, one of the most overlooked, especially as we age. Your liver does over 500 jobs every single day. It filters toxins, produces energy, stores vitamins, helps you digest food, and so much more. But after 50, your liver doesn't bounce back the way it used to. It becomes more vulnerable, and certain foods, even ones that seem innocent, can accelerate damage. So over the next 30 minutes or so, I'm going to walk you through the 7 worst offenders. We'll talk about why they're dangerous, what they do to your liver, and most importantly, what you can do about it. Stick with me till the end, because I'll also share some powerful tips to help your liver heal and stay strong. Let's get started. Let's start with something most seniors consume every single day without thinking twice. In fact, many people believe it's actually good for them, but it's one of the fastest ways to damage your liver after 50. I'm talking about sugary drinks, and yes, that includes fruit juice. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Dr. Carter, fruit juice is natural, it's healthy. Well, let me explain why that's not quite true, especially for your liver. When you drink a glass of orange juice, apple juice, or any sweetened beverage, you're flooding your liver with a type of sugar called fructose. Unlike glucose, which your whole body can use for energy, fructose can only be processed by your liver. And here's the problem. After age 50, your liver's ability to handle large amounts of fructose decreases. When your liver gets overloaded with fructose, it starts converting it into fat. This fat gets stored right inside your liver cells, a condition called fatty liver disease. And fatty liver isn't just about weight gain. It leads to inflammation, scarring, and eventually cirrhosis or liver failure. Let me put this in perspective. 1 12-ounce glass of orange juice contains about 9 teaspoons of sugar, nearly as much as a can of soda. And because it's liquid, it hits your liver fast, all at once. There's no fiber to slow it down like there would be if you ate a whole orange. Studies show that people who drink just 1 sugary beverage per day have a 56% higher risk of developing fatty liver disease. And for seniors, whose livers are already working harder, that risk is even greater. Here's a story I hear all the time in my practice. Margaret, a 62-year-old patient of mine, came in complaining of fatigue and bloating. She told me she was eating healthy, oatmeal for breakfast, salads for lunch. But when I asked about beverages, she admitted she drank 2 glasses of orange juice every morning for the vitamin C. Her blood tests showed elevated liver enzymes and early-stage fatty liver. Within 3 months of cutting out the juice and switching to water with lemon, her liver markers improved dramatically. So what should you do instead? Drink water, herbal teas, or infused water with cucumber and mint. If you love fruit, eat the whole fruit instead. An orange has fiber that slows sugar absorption. Limit fruit juice to special occasions, and even then, dilute it with water. Your liver will thank you. Now, sugary drinks are obvious once you think about it. But the next food on our list, it's marketed as heart healthy, and it's sitting in millions of senior kitchens right now. You need to hear this. Most seniors don't realize this, but the cooking oil you use every day could be one of the biggest threats to your liver health. I'm talking about vegetable oils, things like corn oil, soybean oil, canola oil, and sunflower oil. These are the oils you see in the grocery store labeled heart healthy or cholesterol free. But here's what they don't tell you. These oils are terrible for your liver, especially after 50. Here's why. These oils are high in omega-6 fatty acids. Now, your body needs some omega-6, but most people today get way too much and not enough omega-3s. This imbalance causes chronic inflammation throughout your body, and your liver takes a major hit. When you cook with these oils, especially at high heat, they oxidize. That means they break down into harmful compounds called free radicals. These free radicals attack your liver cells, causing oxidative stress and damage. Over time, this leads to fatty liver, fibrosis, and even liver cancer. And it gets worse. Most processed foods, crackers, cookies, chips, frozen meals, are loaded with these oils, so even if you're not cooking with them, you're probably eating them. A study published in the Journal of Hepatology found that diets high in omega-6 oils significantly increased liver inflammation and fat accumulation in older adults. The researchers called it a silent epidemic. Let me give you an example. I had a patient named Robert, 68 years old, who loved cooking. He used corn oil for everything, frying, sautéing, even in salad dressings, because his doctor told him it was better than butter. But his liver function tests kept getting worse. When we switched him to extra virgin olive oil and cut out processed foods, his inflammation markers dropped by 40% in just 2 months. What should you do instead? Use extra virgin olive oil for low to medium heat cooking and salad dressings. Use avocado oil for higher heat cooking. It's stable and anti-inflammatory. Avoid anything labeled vegetable oil or any packaged foods that list soybean, corn, or canola oil in the ingredients. Add omega-3 rich foods like wild-caught salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds to balance out your fats. Remember, the fats you eat directly affect your liver. Choose wisely. Now, oils might surprise you, but this next one, it's going to shock you. It's a food many seniors eat every single morning thinking it's giving them energy, but it's actually poisoning your liver slowly. If you start your day with cereal, toast, or a bagel, you need to hear this. These foods are doing serious harm to your liver, and most people have no clue. Let's talk about refined carbohydrates. That's things like white bread, bagels, pastries, and most breakfast cereals, even the ones that claim to be whole grain or heart healthy. Here's the problem. Refined carbs are stripped of fiber and nutrients. When you eat them, they're rapidly broken down into sugar, glucose, that floods your bloodstream. Your pancreas releases insulin to deal with it, but when this happens over and over, day after day, your body becomes insulin resistant. And when your cells stop responding to insulin, your liver has to pick up the slack. It starts storing excess glucose as fat. This is how non-alcoholic fatty liver disease begins, and it's incredibly common in people over 50. But here's what makes it worse. Many of these cereals and breads are also loaded with high fructose corn syrup, artificial flavors, and preservatives. Your liver has to process all of that. It's like asking a 70-year-old to run a marathon every single morning. Think about it this way. Imagine your liver is like a filter in your home's water system. If you keep pouring dirty, sugary, processed junk through it every day, eventually that filter clogs up. It can't do its job anymore. That's what refined carbs do to your liver. I had a patient named Linda, 59, who ate the same breakfast every day, 2 slices of white toast with margarine, and a bowl of cornflakes with skim milk. She thought she was being healthy by avoiding fat, but she felt tired all the time, and her doctor found elevated liver enzymes. When we switched her to steel-cut oats with berries and almond butter, her energy came back, and her liver numbers normalized within weeks. What should you do instead? Choose true whole grains, steel-cut oats, quinoa, brown rice, whole grain sourdough. Look for bread with at least 3 grams of fiber per slice, and check the ingredient list. If it says enriched flour, put it back. Start your day with protein and healthy fats, eggs, avocado, Greek yogurt, nuts. If you love cereal, choose unsweetened options like plain oatmeal or muesli, and add your own fruit. Your liver needs steady, slow-burning fuel, not a sugar rush first thing in the morning. Now, if you're finding this information helpful, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you don't miss future videos. Here at Seniors Life Health, we're all about giving you simple, science-backed advice you can actually use. And if you know someone over 50 who needs to hear this, share this video with them. Let's help each other stay healthy. All right, let's keep going, because the next food might be the sneakiest one yet. Now, I know many of you enjoy a glass of wine with dinner. You've heard it's good for your heart. But after 50, even small amounts of alcohol can be damaging your liver in ways you don't realize. Let's be honest, alcohol and your liver do not get along, And as you age, that relationship gets even worse. Your liver is responsible for breaking down alcohol. But here's the thing. After age 50, your liver doesn't metabolize alcohol as efficiently as it used to. Enzymes slow down. Cells regenerate more slowly. So even if you're drinking the same amount you did in your 40s, your liver is taking a bigger hit now. When your liver breaks down alcohol, it produces toxic byproducts like acetaldehyde. This substance damages liver cells, causes inflammation, and leads to fat buildup. Over time, this can progress from fatty liver to alcoholic hepatitis, cirrhosis, and liver cancer. And here's what many seniors don't realize. You don't have to be a heavy drinker to damage your liver. Even moderate drinking, what doctors define as 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men, can cause problems, especially if you're doing it daily. Research from the American Journal of Gastroenterology found that people over 50 who drank even moderately had significantly higher rates of liver disease compared to non-drinkers. The damage was subtle at first, but it added up over the years. I had a patient, Tom, age 71, who came in for a routine checkup. He told me he had 1 or 2 beers every evening while watching TV, something he'd done for 20 years. But his liver enzymes were elevated, and an ultrasound showed fatty liver with early fibrosis. He was shocked. He said, "But Dr. Carter, it's just beer." I explained that it's not about the type of alcohol. It's about the cumulative effect on an aging liver. Tom cut back to 2 drinks per week, and within 6 months his liver function improved significantly. What should you do instead? Limit alcohol to special occasions, no more than 2 to 3 drinks per week. Have several alcohol-free days each week to give your liver time to recover. If you drink, never do it on an empty stomach. Eat protein and healthy fats first. Stay hydrated. Drink a glass of water for every alcoholic drink. If you're taking medications, and most seniors are, talk to your doctor. Alcohol can interact dangerously with many drugs. Your liver regenerates, but only if you give it a chance. After 50, less really is more. Now, alcohol is something most people know isn't great for the liver. But this next food, it's in almost every senior's pantry, and it's marketed as convenient and healthy. But it's quietly destroying your liver from the inside out. If you're making sandwiches with deli turkey, having bacon on the weekends, or grabbing a quick hot dog, you need to know what these foods are doing to your liver. Processed meats, like bacon, sausage, hot dogs, deli slices, pepperoni, and salami, are loaded with 3 things your liver hates: sodium, nitrates, and unhealthy fats. Let's start with sodium. Most processed meats are sky-high in salt to preserve them and add flavor. Excess sodium causes your body to retain water, which increases blood pressure, and forces your liver to work harder to filter your blood. Over time, this contributes to liver inflammation and fluid buildup in the abdomen, a condition called ascites, which is a sign of advanced liver disease. Then there are nitrates and nitrites, chemicals used to preserve color and prevent bacterial growth. When you eat these, your body converts them into compounds called nitrosamines, which are known carcinogens. These damage liver cells and increase the risk of liver cancer. Finally, processed meats are high in saturated fats and often contain those inflammatory omega-6 oils we talked about earlier. This combo promotes fat storage in the liver and chronic inflammation. A major study published in BMC Medicine tracked over 450,000 adults and found that people who ate processed meat regularly had a 44% higher risk of dying from liver disease. 44%. That's huge. Let me tell you about Dorothy, a 66-year-old patient of mine. She loved convenience, turkey sandwiches for lunch, bacon at breakfast on Sundays. She thought she was making healthier choices than red meat. But her liver enzyme levels were climbing, and she was retaining fluid around her midsection. When we cut out the processed meats and replaced them with grilled chicken, wild-caught fish, and plant-based proteins, her symptoms improved within a month. What should you do instead? Choose fresh, unprocessed meats, grilled chicken breast, baked fish, grass-fed beef in moderation. If you love bacon, treat it as a once-in-a-while indulgence, not a weekly habit. Look for deli meats labeled no nitrates or nitrites added and low sodium, but even better, cook your own chicken or turkey and slice it yourself. Add plant-based proteins, beans, lentils, chickpeas, tofu. Read labels. If you see sodium nitrite, sodium nitrate, or more than 400 milliliters of sodium per serving, skip it. Your liver doesn't need the extra burden of processing all those chemicals and salts. Keep it simple and fresh. All right? We've covered 5 dangerous foods so far, and I'll bet at least 2 of them surprised you. But we're not done yet. The next food is hiding in plain sight, and it's one of the biggest liver threats for seniors today. If you think trans fats are a thing of the past, think again. They're still lurking in your food, and they're one of the most toxic substances your liver has to deal with. Trans fats are artificially created fats, made by adding hydrogen to vegetable oils. They were invented to make food last longer on the shelf. You'll find them in margarine, shortening, fried fast food, packaged baked goods, frozen pizzas, and microwave popcorn. Even though trans fats have been banned in many places, they're not completely gone. Food manufacturers can still label a product as having 0 trans fats if it contains less than 0.5 grams per serving. But if you eat multiple servings or multiple products with trace amounts, it adds up fast. Here's why trans fats are so dangerous for your liver. They increase inflammation, promote fat accumulation in liver cells, and interfere with your liver's ability to process other fats. They basically clog up your liver's machinery. A study in the journal Hepatology found that even small amounts of trans fat significantly increased the risk of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and liver fibrosis in older adults. Fried foods are just as bad. When oils are heated to high temperatures repeatedly, like in restaurant deep fryers, they break down and form toxic compounds. These compounds damage liver cells and trigger oxidative stress. I'll never forget George, a 73-year-old patient who loved eating out. Fish and chips on Fridays, fried chicken on Sundays. He thought he was living his best retirement life, but he started feeling constantly fatigued, and his belly was swollen. His liver was inflamed and fatty. When he switched to baked and grilled foods and started cooking at home with good oils, he lost 15 pounds, his energy came back, and his liver enzymes dropped to near normal levels. What should you do instead? Avoid anything with partially hydrogenated oil in the ingredient list. That's trans fat. Skip the fried foods. Choose baked, grilled, steamed, or roasted instead. Cook at home as much as possible. You control what goes into your food. If you do eat out, ask how food is prepared. Most restaurants are happy to grill instead of fry. Use an air fryer at home if you love crispy textures. It uses very little oil and doesn't create toxic compounds. Your liver is begging you to stop eating fried, processed junk. Give it whole, real food instead. Before we get to the final food on this list, let me ask you, are you getting value from this video? If so, give it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more seniors who need this information. And make sure you're subscribed to Seniors Life Health. We post new videos every week with practical, easy-to-follow health advice just for you. All right, let's talk about food number 7. This one might be the most surprising of all. If you've switched to diet soda, sugar-free snacks, or low-calorie desserts thinking you're doing your liver a favor, I've got bad news. These products might be even worse than the sugar you're trying to avoid. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, saccharin, and acesulfame K are found in diet sodas, sugar-free gum, low-calorie yogurts, protein bars, and thousands of diabetic-friendly or keto products. For years, we were told these were safe alternatives to sugar, but recent research is showing a very different story, especially when it comes to liver health. Here's what happens. Even though artificial sweeteners don't contain calories, they still affect your metabolism. They disrupt your gut bacteria, which play a crucial role in liver health. When your gut bacteria are out of balance, toxins leak into your bloodstream and head straight to your liver. This triggers inflammation and contributes to fatty liver disease. Studies have also shown that artificial sweeteners can increase insulin resistance, the same problem we see with sugar. Your liver ends up storing more fat, even though you're not eating actual sugar. A 2022 study in the journal Nature found that people who regularly consumed artificial sweeteners had higher rates of liver inflammation and metabolic dysfunction compared to those who consumed neither sugar nor artificial sweeteners. And here's the kicker. Many people who switch to diet products end up eating more overall because they think they're saving calories, So they have a diet soda, and then feel justified eating chips or cookies. The liver suffers either way. I had a patient named Karen, 64, who drank 4 cans of diet soda every day. She thought she was being healthy by avoiding sugar, but she was gaining weight around her middle, feeling sluggish, and her liver enzymes were elevated. When she quit the diet soda and switched to sparkling water with fresh lemon, she felt better within 2 weeks. Her bloating went away, and her energy improved. What should you do instead? Avoid anything labeled diet, sugar-free, or 0 calorie that contains artificial sweeteners. Read ingredient labels. If you see aspartame, sucralose, or saccharin, skip it. If you need sweetness, use small amounts of natural options like raw honey, pure maple syrup, or stevia, a plant-based sweetener with no known liver harm. Drink water, herbal teas, or sparkling water. Add a slice of lemon, lime, or cucumber for flavor. Train your taste buds. The less sweet stuff you eat, the less you'll crave it. Your liver doesn't need fake chemicals. Give it real whole foods and plenty of water. All right, we've covered all 7 liver-damaging foods. Now let me tie this all together and give you a clear action plan you can start using today. So let's recap. The 7 foods that damage your liver after 50 are sugary drinks and fruit juices, vegetable oils and processed seed oils, processed breakfast cereals and white bread, alcohol even in moderate amounts, processed deli meats and bacon, trans fats and fried foods, and artificial sweeteners and diet products. Now I know this might feel overwhelming. You might be thinking, Dr. Carter, what can I eat? But here's the truth. Your liver is incredibly resilient. If you stop bombarding it with toxins and start giving it the nutrients it needs, it can heal. Even if you've been eating these foods for years, it's not too late to turn things around. Here's what I want you to do starting today. First, pick just one food from this list and eliminate it this week. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Maybe it's switching from orange juice to water with lemon, or replacing your morning cereal with oatmeal and berries. Small changes add up. Second, focus on what to eat. Load up on liver-supporting foods, leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, and Brussels sprouts, berries, beets, garlic, turmeric, green tea, and wild-caught fatty fish. These foods help your liver detoxify and regenerate. Third, stay hydrated. Your liver needs water to flush out toxins. Aim for at least 8 glasses a day. Fourth, move your body. Even a 20-minute walk after meals helps your liver process fats and sugars more efficiently. And finally, get regular checkups. Ask your doctor to check your liver enzymes and get an ultrasound if needed. Early detection makes all the difference. Remember, your liver doesn't ask for much. It just wants real whole foods, not processed junk. It wants rest from alcohol. It wants movement and hydration. Give it those things, and it will take care of you for years to come. You're not too old to make a change. You're not too far gone. Every healthy choice you make today is an investment in your future. And trust me, your liver and your whole body will thank you. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to Seniors Life Health. We're here to give you honest, practical advice that actually works. Drop a comment below and let me know. Which of these 7 foods surprised you the most? I read every single comment and I'd love to hear from you. And if you want to keep learning, check out our video on the best foods to detox and heal your liver. I'll link it right here on the screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. You're worth it.